So change, what happens when there's change? You have a current state and you have a desired state and you have a path which, like I'm very fond of saying, is the straight line. Now the problem is, you may want to walk this straight line towards increased productivity, but it's not going to happen. When you start making the change, it will go this way. In simple management terms, it's called a productivity dip. What do leaders do? You have to find a way to draw ladders horizontally, metaphorically speaking, so that your people and your organization doesn't go into the productivity dip. The productivity dip is the science of management, but the art of not going into that productivity dip is leadership. That is simply what leadership is. This is what change does. So how do we do this change? 8 tips, small ones, may not work, may work. First is pick a start point. In this audience, if there is one person who is listening to me very attentively, what does the speaker do? Keep looking at that person for inspiration. Even if that one person nods, that's a little oxygen for the next 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, somebody else is nodding, and hopefully they're not nodding to keep away their sleep. But that is how you get oxygen. So pick a start point. Once that start point is picked, celebrate that success. So you want your organization to get more educated, pick somebody who's likely to pass in that MBA program. Sponsor that kid, get that MBA program sponsored, that kid gets an alpha grading, have a little party and say, "Aaj, kya baat hai yaar?" 5 more will opt for an MBA. Before you know it, your entire office will be doing one education level more. See whether you've gained or lost, your call. That is what start points do. Nobody resists their own ideas. This is where argument comes in. Allow people to talk to you. People must feel that they are progressing their own ideas. When it is their own ideas, they will not resist them, because they are product of collective decision making. Establish a reason. Convince me. If I'm a disbeliever, convince me. Through the power of your argument, through logic, convince me that change is good for me. Good for me, good for my family, good for the company. And then I will be a willing participant. Repetition. Say it 100 times. Say it once, say it twice, say it thrice. When you go to schools, what happens? There is no school in this country, in our country at least, which doesn't have quotations. Very noble, highly moral ones, of Deshbhakti, of truth, of loyalty, of patriotism and so on. Why do we put it there? We put it in the hope that we keep putting it again and again and again and again. It gets reinforced in minds of people. So say it again. Conference, newsletter, workshop, meeting, on the board, everywhere. Why does McDonald's have employee of the week? Star. Tha. Why? This is the reason. All of us are important. Please don't assume that young waiter who gave me coffee today is not important. He's also important. He not only gave me coffee, he gave me coffee smile free. So he had to give me the coffee, the smile was free. Brilliant. Did the smile make the coffee taste better? Of course it did. And it will do again and again. But you must not do that, sir, otherwise people will come to MMA just to have coffee. Create an acceptance. Change is inevitable in organizations. Create an acceptance is very important. Look for resistors. After having done all of this, you will find the odd person who says, "Nahi karna mere ko. I am not part of this change and I don't want to be here." You will find that person resisting. That person has to be told to look for the next job. It will happen. Leaders have to do this. There are many ways of skinning a cat. This is not the only way to create acceptance. There are hundreds of ways. Please explore all of them. Change will happen.